Alright, so in this video, I wanted to talk about my unrealized losses. So I've got a bunch of trades that are still open, and I want to write the value of these trades. If I were to close them right now, what kind of unrealized loss am I sitting on? So yesterday's video, I talked about my closed trades, which generated certain income per month, which is not bad, the income that's being generated. But what's bad is in exchange, I'm holding a bunch of trades that are showing some losses. So I wanted to talk about the numbers in today's video. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to put in the value of what it's worth if I closed it right now, and then we're going to see the amount of unrealized losses generating, or the realized loss it would generate if I would close it today. So first thing, we've got Baba here. So I think it's easier if I put it screen by next to each other. It might be easier, yeah. And make this a little bit smaller. And I guess I could hide the days held, or you know what, I'm going to keep the days held. And I think for Questrade, the screen is a bit too big. Let's make it smaller. Okay, 100%. All right, so Baba's in my TFSA. All right, so if I were to close Baba right now, let's say this call option can expire worthless. Not funny, this call option I sold for 50 cents was worth $2 the next day or the same day, and now it's back down to 52 cents. That's the advantage of short expirations, is that the decay is so much faster. All right, so assuming this one expires worthless, and I would sell the shares for 119. So that means I can close the trade for 119. So Baba alone, I'm sitting on $4,432 of unrealized loss. Let's look at Square. Square, I think, is trading at around $2 right now if I close it. Fiverr, same thing. We saw it last time. A Dash as well, probably around $2. Peloton, this is a covered call in my RSP. Let's go see what it's worth. Peloton 50 covered call, it's worth. So assuming the 50 call expires worthless, let's say I can sell my shares for 35.76. Let's just say $36. So my covered call on Peloton, let's say if I close it right now, it'll be for 36. That's a $1,000 unrealized loss. Lightspeed, same thing. Where's Lightspeed here? LSPD. I can probably close it for, I've got a 55 call, so let's say it expires worthless. I'm left with the shares. Shares I can sell for, let's say, $41. So minus 41. So 897 of unrealized loss. Zillow. After going through this, I'm going to talk about what needs to happen for me to recover my unrealized loss. What's the likelihood that I can recover my unrealized loss? All right, so Zillow, it's worth about, so I've got a 75 call. It's in the money, not in the money, but it's worth more than what I sold it for. But let's say it expires worthless and I'm left with the shares, then I can get $64 for it. 64. PayPal is in my TFSA. All right, PayPal, this one should be fine. This is not an unrealized loss. This one should be profitable. So I'm just gonna put 175 because I just need time to go by, and I need the stock to stay above 175. And I was actually thinking of rolling the call strike up, so I can get more capital appreciation out of it. So I'm not worried about PayPal at all. So either I'm going to put 175 or I'm going to leave it as is. You know what? I'll just put 175. Minus 175, sorry. And then Sumo Naked Put, that's in my margin account. Yeah, so this is the last traded price. Might not be super accurate because market is closed, but let's just use that number. So the put is worth 1650. I collected a total of 1646, and I've got two puts. I've got two contracts. That's not good. So 1650. That's $2,000 of unrealized loss. Pins is in my RSP. All right, pins. Damn. So let's say this call option expires worthless. I'm left with the shares at 36. Very sad. All right, so minus 36. That's $4,000 of unrealized loss. Roku, two Roku naked puts. This is in my margin account. All right, Roku, I've got, so the 160 is worth 1930, and the 120 is worth 728. Okay. I've got HIMS as well. Is this the covered call? No, this is the put. So it's in my margin account. It's worth 1170 right now. Okay. Curiosity Stream is worth $10. Snap is in my RSP. So Snap, assuming the call expires worthless, the shares are worth $47. So minus 47. But I've got two contracts. Okay, that's why. Then I've got Volta, also in my RSP. Where is it? So this one is worth, the shares are worth $7.34. So minus 7.34. Then I've got Sophie or SoFi. Where's SoFi? It's in my RESP. So it's a long-term trade. It expires January 2023. I'm not worried about it. As long as SoFi stays above 17.5 by January 2023, I make my profit. So I'm not too worried about it. But let's say I would close it for the value of the shares right now. So about $16. So this one's actually showing a profit, but it's not profitable right now. I would have to take into consideration the value of the call. So if I want to do that, then it's minus 16 plus 4.4. So it's showing a small loss, but it's really not a trade that I'm concerned about. That was the plan initially. So I'm going to skip SoFi. Fubo, same thing. I'm going to skip it. It's worth $15. But let's see what, just out of curiosity, minus 15.52 plus 3.5. Yeah, I'm sitting on a $300 loss, but as long as Fubo stays above 22.5, and even if it doesn't, my cost base is 14.85. The shares are worth 15.52. So let's say it expires at 15.52. So my call expires worthless. I'm left with the shares. So I'm actually showing a small profit, but I'm going to skip this one as well. HIM's covered calls in my TFSA. All right, this one shares are worth 6.55. So HIM's right over here, minus 6.55. So $216 loss. Corsair is a long-term trade as well. It's worth $21 right now. Plus the calls are worth 5. So minus 21 plus 5. Showing a small loss, but I'm not worried. Posh. Okay, Posh was a terrible trade. And I'm also going to talk about how I ended up with these trades. All right, so Posh, I'm sure this is not accurate. I think it's worth about $20. So I'm just gonna put $20 here. Good thing I only have one contract on that. Then I've got Skills. What is it trading at though? I'm curious. POSH. All right, Skills is in my RSP, I think. Skills 15. Oh wow, 7.44. I didn't even know it was worth $7. Not even funny, but yeah, 7.44. And then I've got AVPT. This one's worth $6.29. Wow. Definitely a lesson to be learned here. RMO. I don't even want to look at these ones. $3.65. Beautiful. Minus 3.65. Luminar, where's LAZR? Is worth 16.91 minus 550. 16.91 plus 5.5. And then Peloton, January 2024. There's no hope on that one, but yeah, let's see what it's worth. Peloton 60 covered call. So I've got minus 35.76 plus $9. Ouch, $7,000. Rocket is worth 14 minus 2.4. So minus 14 plus 2.4. Butterfly is worth 6.69, 111. Minus 6.69 plus 1.11. And then Root and Wish. Root is 3.1 and 55. Beautiful. This is definitely going to zero, man. All right, 3.1 plus 0.55. Yowza. And then Wish. I think Wish is my worst position for sure. So I've got, it's worth minus 3.11 plus 77. All right. So let's look at the unrealized loss. Actually, I guess I can make a zoom on this. I don't need Questrade anymore. All right. So total unrealized loss that I'm sitting on right now is about 34,000. So the good news is my portfolio can be worth way more if I didn't have any unrealized loss. That's the good news, right? I'd be at around 160. I didn't even know that. That's good. The bad news, obviously, it sucks. It's a lot of money. I'm not closing the trade, so it's not confirmed loss. But now let's look at the chances of recovering this loss. Or actually, first, let's see how I got into these positions. So easily, Wish, Root, all these trades here, all these unknown names. This is when I was looking for trades and there was nothing with high implied volatility. There was no good opportunity. So I would look at MarketChameleon, look at which stocks have high implied volatility, and these stocks would come up, and they worked for a few times. I've had profitable trades with these underlyings, but the problem is not enough fundamental research was done on the stock, and then they just collapse because they're not even profitable yet. And now I'm holding garbage stocks. So the lesson learned is only play quality names and just be patient. If there's no opportunity, then there's no opportunity. Wait. I mean, last week I think I didn't even open any new trade last week just because I didn't find anything. I'm being patient. I'm waiting for earnings season. I'm gonna play earnings season. But if I don't have a trade, I'm not gonna force a trade. So that's the lesson learned here. Wish was definitely a forced trade. Root, all these. Rocket, I like Rocket, but I don't know why it keeps dropping. But I'm not disappointed in Rocket. I would have done it again. RMO for sure. AVPT was a SPAC. So a lot of them were SPACs before as well. So that was a mistake. So it's just a matter of being more selective in the underlyings and being patient. Don't force trades because you want to generate the money. Just wait. The trades opportunities will come. And once the opportunities come, then you've got a lot of cash sitting and you could, sell your puts or whatever. So definitely here, let's highlight in red the ones that I regret and give up on. So this for sure, all these ones I regret. This one as well, Skills, Posh for sure. Hymns for sure. Volta, Curiosity Stream, and Hymns as well. And then Sumo for sure, Sumo. And the rest I'm okay with. Baba, I don't think I made a mistake. I mean, it was super undervalued. It's just bad luck. I don't think I could have avoided this mistake. All right, so these are the bad ones that was just basically me forcing trades. Now Peloton, the mistake with Peloton is it was a naked put for earnings, which I don't regret. What I regret is the number of contracts I started before earnings. So that's the mistake. Is size. That's the mistake I did there. And just bad luck as well. I mean, who would have thought? I used to have a 125 put on Peloton. Who never would have thought it would be trading at 35. Even though it's not profitable, but at some point you have to ignore the numbers and just look at the brand. And I thought the brand was had a lot of potential. Didn't think it would drop to 35. Maybe it'll recover. So I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna have to hold on to it. It is a big loss, 7,000. I have hope that it will recover. It might take some time though. That's why I rolled it to January 2024, just to bring my cost basis as low as possible. Right now my cost basis is 52, so it's not bad. Stock's at 35. But as long as, I've got 2 years to worry about it. Rocket as well, I rolled it to January 2024, but I think eventually it should come back up, so I'm not too worried. Corsair, same thing, not too worried. By choosing red, you can't even see the numbers anymore. All right, Roku, I thought it was a good entry, but it just keeps dropping. I'm not too sure what I want to do with Roku. They're naked puts. I thought they were super far, so I was actually saving a spread by turning it into a naked put. But it takes a lot of buying power because it's a 50% margin requirement stock with Questrade. But by rolling it super out of the money, the buying power required is minimal. But now that it keeps getting closer to the strike, then the buying power increases. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll roll it into one put, like maybe a 140 put for January 2024. Or maybe roll it to two puts, but like even lower strike for January 2024, like a 115 strike. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with Roku. Maybe I'll just hold on to it, but yeah. So right now it's showing a $2,000 US loss. Pins started off with naked puts and the stock just kept dropping like all the other stocks like Snap and Peloton and Lightspeed. So yeah, pins right now I've got 2 contracts showing a $4,000 loss. Yeah, Pinterest is pretty bad, but I got a cost basis of 56. All I could do is wait till January 2023 and then sell another call. Or I could do what I was doing with paper. What I'm doing with Baba here is selling weekly calls, but I think it's going to be harder with pins because it can jump and the premiums will be too small. I can't be that far enough from the current market price and collect a decent premium. So if the stock's trading at 36, here, let's look at Yahoo Finance. So if the stock's trading at 36, let's see what the option for next week is worth. So PINS. Then we're gonna go to options. We're gonna go to calls. So it stock's at 36, and I want to sell the January 7th expiry. See, and 36. So I want to be far from 36 because I don't want to lose my shares at 38 because my cost base is 56. So let's say I see 39, which is only 2 points away, gets me 30 cents. So I mean, I guess that's a possibility. But and I have 2 contracts, so that would be $60. And this pins have a chance. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to do that. I don't like holding 2-year call options. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and then if it jumps on me, then I'll have to roll up and out, and if I have to go super far, then I'll do that. But at least I'll give myself a chance by selling closer calls out of the money weekly. All right, so I'm gonna do that next week. Sumo, yeah, nothing I could do. I'm just gonna hold on to it and wait. It's not taking that much buying power anyways from me. PayPal is fine. I'm not worried about Zillow's out of the money, so it's showing a 690 unrealized loss. But I'm just selling covered calls on it. I'm not worried. I'm just waiting until it comes back up. Lightspeed 55. I mean, not bad. My cost base is 49. Stock's at 41. Should not be worried at all. It's only a $900 loss, so I'm holding on to it. I'll just keep selling calls. Peloton's pretty bad, but this one's not that far off. Cost base is 46. Stock is at 36. Not bad. Dash. Oh, these are spreads, so we'll see. They might be winners. We'll see by January 21st. So right now they're worth $2, so they're showing a small loss here. I talked about these ones in a video where if I were to roll them the Tasty Trade way, what I would do. But according to Tasty Trade, because they have low IV, I should hold on to them till expiration. But that's not the reason why I'm holding on to them. Not because Tasty Trade said that, but mostly because rolling it will, from experience, if I roll it, I've got longer exposure in the trade, and I feel like I should just play out these probabilities. When I enter the trade initially, I should just trust that probability of my initial entry. By rolling it, I'd be rolling it to the same strike, and it's a new probability. What's better is if I play a new trade completely with a new lower strike. That will have its own new stronger probability of winning for February. But if I just roll this as is, I'm not improving my probability. So I'd rather just hold on to it and see what happens. If it's breached, then I'll think of rolling it by adding a contract or rolling it as a naked put. We'll see then, or even taking the loss, or maybe even selling a call spread right now to reduce some max loss. All right, Baba here. Yeah, this one's a pretty big one, but I mean, I don't know what to say. I can't do anything but hold on. I don't want to close it and take the loss either. I could close it and put the money in something else, but what if this something else drops as well? Like, I would have to be super sure that the next item that I put this money in is gonna come back up. Baba's already super undervalued. I mean, right now I'm just gonna sell covered calls to lower my cost basis while I wait for the stock to recover. And we saw it fly to 124, but then next day it drops back to 119. Who knows what's gonna happen? Yeah, so out of how many trades I have here, I've got 30 open trades, and I would say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 30. So about 13 of them are really bad ones. I gave up on them. The other ones, they have a chance of recovering, so that's not so bad. But in terms of dollar amount, I'm sitting on 34,000 US unrealized loss. That's pretty bad. What's the biggest one here? Let's just remove all the colors here. I think the biggest one is Alibaba or Peloton. Yeah, it's Peloton. Peloton at 7,000 and Baba at 4,000. We got Pins as well at 4,000. And Wish and Root as well, 4,000 combined. Pretty bad. So what's a lesson here? trim your watch list. Keep your watch list, cleaner. Keep quality companies in your watch list only. Be patient as well. Don't force trades. If you don't see an opportunity, there's no opportunity. If you want to force a trade, force it on an ETF. Force it on SPY or Q, triple Qs. But don't force trades on these small unknown companies that don't make money yet. All right. So I don't know what to say, but if you open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral link below to get $50 in free commissions. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.